Hi friend, I have a special practice for you today that is a full body flow for beginners. We're going to focus on recharging our spirit with the thought of being enough. You are enough just the way you are. You may need a few things for this practice, maybe blocks or, sounds a little weird, but some rolls of toilet paper work really well as pretend blocks, and maybe a pillow or bolster or something like that for a little extra comfort in a few poses. So go ahead and grab those things if you'd like, and let's get started. We're going to get started in a seated position with your back feeling like it's straight from crown to spine. So heart over head, head over pelvis. Just having that feeling. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can go ahead and use a pillow under your hips. I have a couch pillow here. Ooh, that feels nice. To lift them up and straighten your spine. So go ahead, bring your hands to your knees and relax here a moment. And just breathe a second. Bringing yourself into the space. And you can close your eyes. And if Ujjayi breath is in your practice, go ahead and begin that. If you don't know what Ujjayi breath is, it's okay. It's an audible breath. And it sounds a little bit like the ocean in the back of your throat. Something like this. Sounds like ocean waves, and it does relax the mind and it warms up the body. So bring that to your practice if you can. And you can close your eyes. And you may hear the wind in the background since I'm outside and it's a little breezy today. And when you feel settled in, we're going to start a little movement. So open your eyes and we'll just move a little bit with our necks first, our heads and necks. So looking right and left. Continuing to breathe. Maybe match the movement with your breath. And then go ahead and pause here for a moment and we'll do our shoulders. Just lift them up to your ears, squeeze a little, breathe in, and exhale, drop them down and back. And do that following your breath a few times. And now we're going to just move our torso around in a circle, starting forward and then back. Feeling your spine warming up, feeling your hips warming up. You may or may not have the pillow under you at this point. I'm going to remove it for me. It's more comfortable. But if keeping that under you feels better, please do that. And just move in a few circles one way. And then the other. Gentle. Warming the spine, and you can even feel your hips starting to warm up. And then we'll do a few gentle seated cat-cows, I call them. So inhaling, looking up and stretching your heart forward. And exhaling, release it all back, rounding your spine and your head down. And follow your breath here. Doing this 2 or 3 times. Okay, let's come forward onto our knees, hands and knees, for tabletop position. Feeling the tops of your feet grounded into the mat. Having a wide, having your fingertips spread wide apart and your hands firmly planted in the mat. And we're going to start with some more cat-cows, this time the regular kind. So inhale, looking up to the sky, dropping the belly, exhaling, round it all down. Spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, and follow your breath. And come to stillness in tabletop position. We're just going to light a little fire in our bellies here. So curl your toes under and lift your knees off the ground, holding your core, your center in for 3, 2, 1. Come down, uncurl your toes. Bring your knees as wide as the mat and settle into extended child's pose, Balasana. This is a great position to come to for just resting at any moment during the practice if you feel like you need it. So I just want to remind you of that. If this is uncomfortable for you, another position that has the same benefits is just coming onto your back in Apanasana. And it's the same exact benefits. You're pretty much in the same shape, only maybe a little more comfortable for you. So go ahead and breathe in whatever position you're choosing here, and know that you can come back to either of these positions at any time, or any rest position if necessary. Breathing. Then we're going to come from whatever position you're in, come back gently, mindfully, and meet in tabletop. Reach your hands a little bit forward, curl your toes under, and we're going to lift up to a downward dog, lifting your hips first up towards the sky. Heels down, they don't have to touch the mat, and pedal it out. We're walking our dogs. Bring that Ujjayi breath back to your practice here if you forgot about it, and if it feels good to you. Look up at your hands and take a slow, mindful walk, really feeling your feet moving, bringing them up to your hands, landing with them hip distance apart for a forward fold. Breathing here, grab your elbows and just shake it. Well, rock it gently. And then shake your head yes and no. Just be loose. You can have your knees bent as generously as you'd like here, or straight with just a micro bend. Now let's really feel our feet grounded in the mat, and almost as if you're pushing off of them to roll up slowly to mountain pose. There we are in mountain. Fix yourself if you'd like. Here we go. So come to mountain pose, and you want to feel strong like a mountain here, so really feel your feet grounded in the mat. Lift your kneecaps. Bring your shoulders up, back and down, and feel strong, like you can't be swayed. And let's bring a little intention to our practice here. Whatever that intention is for you, I'm going to say, I'm just going to throw this out here. You are enough. Maybe that's a good intention for you today. Feeling enough as we recharge our body, minds, and spirit. Whatever enough means for you. And you can close your eyes here for a moment, feeling that, setting whatever intention you'd like, and breathing. Great, now let's get started flowing. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Come to plank or half plank. Lower down to your belly. Oh, I've got blocks in my face. Let me move those out of the way. Inhaling up to cobra. Without pressing into your hands here, you might even bring them off the ground so that you can feel that it's your back that's doing the work, the back muscles, and that you're not forcing your spine into any positions that are harmful. Inhale and exhale. From here you can push straight up to plank or come through tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips to the sky. Down dog. 3 nice deep breaths here. Letting it out. Inhale. Exhale. Looking up at your hands, take a nice slow walk up to them, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, land with hands in prayer position at your heart. Let's do that again and we'll change it up a little. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, folding down to plank or knees, coming down to your belly. Inhale, cobra, exhaling up, back to downward dog. 3 nice breaths here. Plant your left foot, lift your right leg up. 4, 3-legged dog, toes facing down. Bring your knee through and to your nose. And then, or just here, you can put your foot on the ground. You know, there's many alternatives. And then work your foot up to between your hands. Put your back knee down, coming to this Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Now, right here, may be a good time to grab your blocks if they're not already next to you, and use them as a little prop here in this position. This is not necessary, but it can be helpful. And then bring yourself up, or stay here. And if you feel comfortable, when you feel grounded in your feet into the mat and your core nice and strong, you can lift your arms up to the sky. Really feeling, maybe giving a little tug on your right hip to square off your hips and feeling the strength in your legs. Exhaling back down to your blocks. You can have them at any level that is comfortable for you. Now we're going to do a gentle twist. So planting your left hand into the block or into the mat, inhaling, reaching your right arm up to the sky. You can also have your hand on your hip. Exhaling down, lifting, or curling your toes back under, lifting your knee, coming back to low lunge, and then just coming back to high lunge, and then just kind of working your way back up into a forward fold, however you get there. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart. Let's do that on the other side. Woo. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Adjust where you need to. Bring your feet back. Come down to your mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come to downward dog, however you get there. Breathing here a moment. Really feeling your hips up towards the sky. It's the feeling of it. So however that feels for you, you can have your knees bent as much as you need here. Inhale and lift your left leg up, toes pointed down. And you know, it can be as low as this or just kind of reaching it back, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to reach our foot up towards our nose, maybe putting it on the ground as we bring it up and through our hands. Lowering that back knee, grabbing your blocks. Feeling strong in your feet and your core as you raise up. Hands up. Tugging that left hip back a bit. Just square off your hips. Exhaling back down. Planting your right arm and inhaling up for a little twist. Or here. Exhaling back down. And now curl your toes under, coming back to high lunge, and just rock your way forward, however you get there. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, rise up. Hands come to heart. Okay. It's a little hot out here today, a little sticky. That's okay. Okay. So bring your hands to your heart. We're going to move into chair pose. Feet can be hip distance apart here or together. You're just going to sit your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair. Come as low as feels comfortable. Feeling your feet grounded. Feel the strength in your legs. And maybe sort of tucking your lower ribs in a little to get your core strong and keeping a straight back. Now from here, you can bring your hands all the way up, straight out on your hips. You know, find the alternative that works for you. Breathing here a moment. If you need to come out of it for a second, do that. Meet us back down here. Just hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise up. Beautiful. Now, we're going to try some tree pose, some balancing. So plant your left foot into the mat and really feel it strong. Starting to lift your right foot off the ground. If you need something to hold on to here, wherever you are, a wall, a chair, go ahead and do that. This is balance practice. So here we are. And you can bring your foot now to your ankle, bringing your knee out to the side. And you can put it on your calf. Or if you have this in your practice, this option to bring it all the way up to your knee, to above your knee, never on your knee. And holding here, finding a drishti on the wall in front of you. Some pointers for balancing is feeling strong in your leg, lifting up at your kneecap and in your hip, and feeling strength in your core. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands all the way up to the sky. And some people can even close their eyes here. That is not something that's in my practice. I immediately lose balance. Now, this is what it would look like if you're holding onto the wall. So, still the same, you're practicing. You can even do a little bit of this to see where you're at today. Let's just hold this for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and gently bring that foot down. Great, now shake out your left leg. Maybe even hug it a little. Let's switch legs. Plant that right foot on the ground. Bring your left foot to your ankle. Start to feel the balance. Lift your kneecap, lift your hip. Bring your foot to where it feels right for you. And you might notice a little difference on this side with strength or balance. Bring your hands up. Whoops. I'm a little wobbly on this side. 3, 2, 1, and release. Shaking out your right leg. Shaking it all out. Just give it a nice good shake. Okay. Let's slowly come down into a ball. And then bring ourselves down to our bottom, onto our mat. Feet in front of us, feet flexed. And this is another point where you can use a bolster. Because this can be, it looks easy, this looks easy, but it's actually not that easy to have a straight spine and your legs straight out. So here we go. This is Dandasana or stick pose. So you have your hands down by your side and really feeling the backs of your legs on the mat and your sits bones into whatever surface they're in, planted. And you breathe here. It's almost like mountain, feeling of mountain pose, but seated. Breathing for a few moments. Bringing your intention back for this moment. I am enough. Great. You can slip your bolster or pillow out from under you if you're using one. And put it to the side for a moment. We're just going to slowly lower onto our backs. Stretch out our hips a little bit. Take your right leg, place it, your ankle just above your knee, bringing this foot as close as you can to your backs of your bottom here. And then feeling your lower back planted on the ground and your using your core muscles, raise your leg here, just like this. And take your hands and thread them through. And if you can, give a little pull on this leg just so there's a gentle stretch in your hip. Now, you might be getting a stretch right here, and that's terrific. Or here. Some people need to bring it in a little. So find the alternative, again, that works for you. And take 3 nice deep breaths here, using that Ujjayi breath. And switch legs. Same thing on the other side. Find what works best for you, and this side might feel a little different than the other side. 3 nice deep breaths. And release, bringing your feet in towards your chest, rocking a little bit, left and right, giving your back a nice massage. And then find stillness. Bring your arms out to the side or in cactus. And take your legs and slowly lower them to one side. And I've got plants here. I'm going to scoot my hips over, which you can do. There we go. And find a comfortable position for your head, which makes your neck feel good but not strained. So it might be to the left, right, or straight up at the sky. Breathe here a moment. And you can close your eyes and enjoy it if you feel like it. And when you're ready, come back to Apanasana mindfully. Take a deep breath in, bring your arms back out, and I'm going to adjust a little bit here and bring your knees to the left, finding a comfortable position for your neck. Coming back up to Apanasana, massaging your low back again, slowly bringing your legs out to laying fully flat on the ground. I'm sitting up for a moment because I'm going to grab my pillow, and you can grab a pillow here or bolster. And I'm going to put it under my knees. It's a little bit big, but it really feels good as I lay down in Shavasana. And we're going to try to take at least about a 5-minute, but if you can at least do 2 minutes here, letting the surface you're on just take your body, fully relaxing. You can find a focal point or drishti on the ceiling, or close your eyes if you're comfortable. And let the practice that you just did settle into your body. Let the magic happen. Shavasana. If you're ready, we're going to come out of Shavasana now. Allow my voice to guide you. You can wiggle your feet and toes, wiggle your fingers. Remove the pillow or bolster if it's under your knees. Slowly begin to sort of wake yourself up. Gently open your eyes if they were closed. Roll to one side. And pause there a moment. And then slowly sit up and meet me here. Hands at heart. Nothing but gratitude today for you. And I hope that whatever intention you set today, that you're feeling it in your heart and in your mind and taking it with you today off the mat and sending you peace, love, and light.